Hey guys, it is Mike with Become the Night. I have a pretty freaking big announcement right now. After a lot of thought and consideration, I decided that I am quitting. And by quitting, I mean quitting my daytime job. I am pursuing YouTube and music full time. I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of reflection. And I've decided that this is the path that I should take. The response that I've gotten from so many of you that, I get emails and messages on Facebook on a daily or weekly basis saying, Mike, thank you so much for what you do. You make my day better, or you've gotten me into prog, or you've got me into Dream Theater. Stuff like that means the world to me. Yes, I did start this YouTube channel so that I could find an audience for my music. And I knew that if I wanted to find an audience that was going to be able to appreciate my music on a scale that I wanted them to, I was going to have to do some education in the meantime as well. And knowing that I've enriched people's lives in some small way or in others in bigger ways really makes this more important than just me. I don't have any delusions of grandeur as far as thinking that I'm anything special. I think that YouTube is a platform to connect people, and that I just happen to connect with people at the right time, and human connections, no matter how big or how small, can enrich people's lives in general. I'm still going to be pursuing music, but I want YouTube to be the main driver for that. As many of you also know, I have really big issues with the current music industry. The way that the current business model is set up favors those who already have all of the resources, and the little guy has to somehow try and break in. Either that or just make a whole new game that he has to play by himself, and hopefully he'll make a living. It's a whole lot of playing shows and not a whole lot of recognition, and that really sucks. So as another part of my mission that I decided a couple of years ago, one of the things I want to do is A, find a new way of doing business in music, and B, finding the people who are truly very talented and broadcasting that as loudly as I possibly can. I can't make a living solely off of broadcasting everyone who I think is super talented, because that does not work with YouTube's algorithm, especially the way that my channel is set up right now, which really sucks. So I'm still going to have to do reaction videos for a while at least. But please know that I will be integrating as much of that in as I can, and a lot of that actually happens on my podcast if you haven't been watching my podcast. So a big part of me being able to do this is that I'm gonna need to generate income somewhere else. The average revenue that I'm getting on a monthly basis from YouTube right now is not enough to cover my bills. So I'm gonna need to pick up some side gigs, I'm gonna have to do some side hustles, and it's not going to be easy. But if you are willing and able to, I could absolutely use your support. Here are a couple of things that you can do. The best way and most direct way to support me in this endeavor is by pledging a monthly pledge on Patreon. There's a link in the description you can do that at, and that's helps me keep a more consistent income. If you do decide to make a pledge on Patreon, please do not pledge more than you know that you can afford every month. The consistency and reliability is what means most to me on that platform, that I know I'm going to be getting a certain amount of money every month. And if you make a pledge that you can't keep up for a long time, then that really doesn't help me as much. And honestly, it doesn't have to be much at all. Even $1, every dollar helps. At this point, every dollar helps. If every person who watched this video just pledged $1 a month, I would have no worries anymore. And a quick additional note to Patreon, I'm going to be restructuring some of the patron perks in the near future. The ones that I've been consistently fulfilling, those aren't going to be going away, but some of the other ones that I haven't been able to pull through on, those are going to have to be restructured, because I don't want to put things up there that I'm not following through with. Once I have quit my job and I have more time, which I will have a lot more of, I will be looking at making a Discord channel for patrons. So if you don't want to do a rolling pledge and instead you just want to tip me once or tip me every once in a long while whenever you're able to, there's other ways to do that. You can send tips to me via PayPal, becomethenight@gmail.com. I'm starting to do monthly Q&A live streams. If you want to do a super chat up there, I read yours first. Super chats are super helpful. I also have a merch store if you would like some cool merch. While there's not a whole lot of markup on that, just because my volume of my merch is so low and they make them per order, it still helps the channel a lot and it helps promote the channel as well. I'm also going to be looking at revamping the merch store and seeing what other stuff I can add. I am now offering song critiques. So if you have a song that you have written and you want my feedback on it, my constructive criticism and how you could have done it better or how you can make it better if it's not complete, you can email me and I will email you back details. Same goes for songs that you keep suggesting in Song Suggestion Friday but never make it onto a video. I won't be putting them in a video, but I can email you back what I think about it. And I mean, I make these pretty detailed, so you can also email me on that and I can email you back with details. I will also be doing consulting for social media for musicians and bands. If you know anyone who's interested, or if you are very serious about doing music for a living, you can email me about that. Please, only very serious inquiries. If you are not able to make a monetary contribution, then the last thing you can do is everything through YouTube. Everyone who's watching this is subscribed, and if you are subscribed, please click the bell and make sure that's activated for all notifications. I've gotten a lot of comments of people missing videos in their subscription feed or people who got unsubscribed. And if you want to really help out the channel, the more you watch the videos, the more that pushes it up in the algorithm. Second thing you can do is watch as much of the video as possible in one session. Two of the biggest factors for a channel being successful on YouTube and being shot through the algorithm is watch time, that's total time watched on your channel, and session time, that's how long the person who watched your video spent on YouTube after watching your video. The more time you spend watching my videos, the better it is for my channel. Next thing you can do is share the video around. Share it on all forms of social media. I really don't care where, as long as the word gets out. If anyone could infiltrate Reddit, that would be amazing. Or even just sharing it with your friends. If you really think it's that funny and you have friends who might like it, share it with them. I've heard of a number of stories who have just said, oh, I've shared this with my friends and we're all fans now. And it's mind-blowing to me, but apparently it works. And if you feel up to it, you can subscribe to YouTube Red. I know there's a lot of people who are kind of butthurt about YouTube Red when it got rolled out. I subscribed to it immediately because of two reasons. First and foremost, I really wanted to support my creators that I watch. And secondly, I despise ads. I had an ad block on my browser for a while and I felt bad about it because I would never watch ads. But once YouTube Red came out, then that guilt was moved away. I am more than happy to pay $10 a month to have ads free, to be able to listen to a YouTube video on my phone while the screen's off or while I'm doing something else. And not only that, but you get access to Google Play Music, which is essentially Spotify just through Google. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty damn close. And getting all of those plus exclusive YouTube Red content, which I never watch. Getting all of those for $10 a month is a hell of a deal, especially since I think a Spotify subscription is just about that much. These are all things you can do to help out the channel. Anything that you guys do to support me, no matter how large or how small, I appreciate so much. I wouldn't be able to make a video saying I am quitting my job without support from all of you. I am so scared right now. I don't know if this is going to work. I am taking a hell of a chance. And I really need your guys' support right now more than ever. If you can't help out any more than you already are, I completely understand, and please don't feel any guilt. Please do not. This was my decision to do, and I figured I would let you guys know so that hopefully we can make this as successful as possible. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Rock on.